Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Madam Bella. As we had received the assignment question and we managed to done it. So first of all, we would like to express our appreciation to our beloved lecturer Madam Bella, as she's like a person that holding a torch that we as a student follow her at the back in the valley of darkness. So we don't know how to express our gratitude. Only God can repay for all of the kindness that you had given to us. Much obliged, Madam Bella. So my name is Isra Imran bin Azali. I'm taking foundation in law, and it is my last sem. So I would like to start this presentation with my part, which is the introduction for this topic, for this assignment. So me and my brilliant fellow teammates, after such an ordinary session of discussion, we finally found the idea and we had an agreement to choose linguistic intelligence and interpersonal intelligence from all of those 8 intelligence. So before we go further into those 2 intelligence that we had chosen, basically we would love to explain general meaning or the idea about the multiple intelligence that been emphasized by the Howard Gardner. So actually we have 8 total of intelligence. The 8 different type of intelligence are actually a theory, like I said before, emphasized by Howard Gardner and American development psychologists. So basically we choose these 2 intelligence. We will tell you why we choose these 2 intelligence later on. So before we go through further explanation into our topic, it is such an immoral act if we doesn't introduce first our founder of this theory of intelligence. So Howard Gardner, born July 1943 at Scranton, Pennsylvania, United States of America. He is an American cognitive psychologist and author, best known for his theory of multiple intelligence, as I have mentioned before. First, he presented Influence of Mind 1983 and subsequently refined on 1999 and extended in Intelligence Reframe. That's on 1999. So basically, Gardner's theory had inspired many school teachers, educators, motivators, and also a human resources department of an organization, as this intelligence has been used to be a mark, or we call that as a benchmark for the requirement for the job opportunities that has been offered by the organization. Okay, enough a bit of about his biography. Now we reach upon the further explanation of this theory of multiple intelligence. So basically, in the book, as provided in the slide, Frames of Mind, the book's name Frames of Mind, Gardner faulted earlier unitary models of intellectual ability, in which intelligence was typically reported as a single IQ, intelligence quotient score, but he detailed instead a more complex Venn diagram in which human intelligence comprise 8 or more relatively autonomous intellectual capacities. We have a logical, mathematical intelligence, spatial, musical intelligence, naturalist, existential intelligence, interpersonal, intrapersonal intelligence, body kinetic intelligence, and many more. Okay, now let's converse in a bit about the information for these two intelligence. First, we have linguistic intelligence. Linguistic intelligence basically involves sensitivity to spoken and written language, the ability to learn language, and the capacity to use language and accomplish certain goals. So basically, the intelligence includes the ability to effectively use language to express oneself theoretically or politically, and language as a means to remember information. So writers, poets, lawyers, and speakers are among those people that is very fluent and very great at the linguistic intelligence. Okay, so basically, there's a reason on why we choose these two intelligence. We think that those two intelligence are the most important, the most the such vital, because the common sense of what we affirm is, let's think a bit, the thing that will be the most crucial, important, the most the such vital, because the common sense of what we affirm is, let's think a bit, the thing that will be the most crucial in our life, that is communication, isn't it? If you observe precisely, basically, the two intelligence that we had chosen involve a lot of skills in communication. So basically, the way we keep in touch with society is with communication. So linguistic involve sensitivities to spoken and written language, and interpersonal intelligence is concerned with the capacity to understand the intention, motivation, desires of people, to understand what people going to say. So that's why these two intelligence is vital in communication, which communication is the essence in our life.
So continuing on the discussion, this is about linguistic intelligence. Linguistic people love words and use them as a primary way of thinking and solving problems. They are good writers, speakers, or both. They use words to persuade, argue, entertain, and or teach.
Let me speak to that person that feels like they lost their worth or their value. This is a dollar bill. Now, if I go to the store and there's something for 90 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right. So if I go to the store and there's something for 85 cents and after tax, it ends up being 96 cents, can I buy it with this dollar bill? Okay, all right. So what if I ball the dollar bill up? Think about it now. Like, I just balled the dollar bill up, like, so it can't be worth $1 now. It's probably worth like 95 cents, right? How much do you think it's worth? $1. Listen, y'all gotta pay attention. I just balled it up, so clearly it's not worth $1 anymore. All right, so maybe, what if I step on it? What if I stomp it? I just stomped it. How much is it worth now? Maybe 65 cents, 68 cents? It's still worth $1? Okay, what if I ball it up, what if I stomp on it, and then I put it in the trash can, and it's sitting here with some trash, and it's around some beer, and some gum, and a bunch of other nasty stuff, and some guy off the street pulls the dollar out, unfolds it, how much is it worth now? Maybe 82 cents? And come on, at least 92 cents? It's okay, all right, so what if I...
So basically, a person who possess good linguistic intelligence skills Basically, they would love to speak. They would love to speak about what they read. He would have a liking towards foreign language. Would enjoy learning something new language. The synonym, the bombastic words, and linguistically, intelligent people are considered to be avid readers, and they seem to be a very good at remembering the codes. They use the language word, include puns, rhymes, as well as facial words. They are particularly keen on word games, and never hesitate to try using fancy words in the speak and the sentences. So basically, when you hear the person with great linguistic intelligence speak up, you will impress with such arranged words in sentences, and you will definitely impress with just the way of their talk, the way of they talk, because it seems like they have some sort of motivational aura, and somehow even the topic is not the topic that you love, even the topic is the boring topic, but it's not a surprise if you love to hear what they said. So basically, that's the pros for the people with a great intelligence, with a great linguistic intelligence. So basically, the potential career for the person with a good linguistic intelligence involved in a field like librarian, politician, legal assistant, prof reader, English teacher, talk show host, secretary, radio or TV announcer. Okay, from all of this, we can see the pattern that basically the people with a good linguistic intelligence tend to be in the field that requires people to talk a lot, to speak a lot, to influence the others. They are basically an influencer.
Other than that, a characteristic of a person with interpersonal intelligence is that they are good at social interaction, and they are gifted at making friends easily. They adapt at reading, emphasizing, and understanding others. People with interpersonal intelligence work well with others and often have many friends, as they are good with collaborations, interactions, dialogue, and lively discussions. People with interpersonal intelligence are good at giving out advice. That's why people always seek them to get help or comfort, and they're a way at making others feel welcome and often reach out to outsiders, and they are inclusive of others, which the more the merrier. And other than that, people with good interpersonal intelligence relate well with people and manage relationships. It enables them to understand the needs and motivations of those around them, which help to strengthen their overall influence. People with interpersonal intelligence seem to stand out in a crowd, as people with lots of friends can easily adapt to social situations. They communicate effectively and enjoy participating in discussions and debates. Individuals with interpersonal intelligence are characterized by their sensitivity to other people's mood, temperance, motivations, and feelings. So, these are the characteristics of someone with interpersonal intelligence: enjoys social events, loves crowds, empathetic, enjoys teaching others, has many friends, enjoys
Okay, so the potential carrier choices and strengths for the person with a good interpersonal intelligence. Basically, they involved in the field of like minister, manager, school principal, personal worker, social director, travel agent, nurse, counselor, anthropologist, sociologist, philosopher. Basically, they are the person that seek to find the meaning of the nature. They have such high level of empathy in their self. So basically, they want to repair. They want to build up the better society. That's why they are the person with such strong empathy and such strong will to make the change in the world. They something like counselor. You know what counselor do? Counselor try to help the others to be a better person. And you know what the sociologists do? They try to find the way to change, to enhance the system in our society.
So continuing on the discussion, this is about linguistic intelligence. Linguistic people love words and use them as a primary way of thinking and solving problems. They are good writers, speakers, or both. They use words to persuade, argue, entertain, and or teach. For the activities, students are going to have a storytelling session based on the topics given by the coordinator. Students need to draw votes on the topic they have to storytell. The students are then given 5 minutes to make up any story. It could be a kid's story, a sad story, a romantic story, or even anything that comes up in their head, as long as it is appropriate. The student needs to tell the story in front of the class, listened by the classroom. The story should be around 3 minutes of duration. For the outcomes, the students can increase their verbal skills. They could understand more of a subject. It could also boost up a student's creativity skills. It also increases the student's focus on the subject.
Hi, I'm Nourisha Zana and I'll be talking about interpersonal intelligence. Interpersonal intelligence is a capacity to properly understand and communicate with others. It requires good verbal and non-verbal communication, the ability to know differences, attention to other people's moods, and the ability to consider different viewpoints. Professors, social workers, writers, and politicians all show emotional intelligence. Young adults with such intellect are pioneers of their peers and are effective communicators and tend to consider the thoughts and motivations of others. So the activity that we chose for interpersonal intelligence is called debate. Debate is a structured reasoning which two sides talk in turn for and against a specific conflict, generally based on a topical question. Nonetheless, unlike the disputes you may have with your family or friends, each person is assigned a period during which they are allowed to speak, and any interjections are carefully monitored. A debate is about trying to convince the opponent that you are right. If the two sides agree on the subject, or when the arguments of one side are more compelling than the other side when the dispute comes to a close. So how to play our game? Basically, two groups will be given a topic to debate, and each group will be given 5 minutes to discuss the topic with their members, and then they will start debating within 50 minutes. Thank you.